Hey guys, I'm back at the Restore, and as you see, we've done some updates. So, someone had suggested in my YouTube video something I was already planning to do, which was adding remote receivers to all the fans without switches. I've actually been saving remote receivers for quite some time, and basically waited until I had enough that I could go through and test them and, eliminate any that weren't good, and because they're all donated stuff, so who knows. And as you can see, I added a few more fans back here. I've been meaning to do that too. I was going to put that Union or Evergo that Metal Pete got where that is, but this is better anyways because that is a pull chain. And always was going to put a Laguna there, and then that was something I hadn't even thought about until I realized that it would fit. And so I'll tell you the story about all these. So this was out for sale for a long time. It came in with a swag kit, been out there for weeks and hadn't sold. This had been out there for a shortly less time, but hadn't sold. This had been out there for shortly less time, but hadn't sold, but somebody stole the mounting bracket off of it. Like, it was out for sale, and then suddenly the mounting bracket was missing. So I was like, well, rather than find a mounting bracket for it, let's just hang it. So, because, I rigged the mountings back here, because nobody cares. So, that has a remote, that has a remote, and then the SMC there has a remote. And everything else is either on the wall switch or on pull chains. So now that we finally finished that project, I'll show you everything. I'm going to try to do everything all in one video and I don't know how I'm going to do spin down because everything's on different circuits and breakers and things like that. So this is the only one-speed fan. Something was wrong with the original pull chain in here. It wouldn't turn off. So rather than try to figure it out, because it's got a double layer pull chain, I just gave it a single speed pull chain because we really don't need it anything other than high anyways. And eventually the flywheel will break and I'll replace it with something else. But that originally came off of my fans for sale pile to collectors, my collector pile. And but I love it back here. It might be my favorite install back here because it reminds me of old Farm and Fleet and Fleet Farm stores that had these hanging up around. So everything else here is either 3-speed or on a variable speed wall control. So let's do low. 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 The remote that says Minka is this one. Low. The remote that looks like that but is blank is this one. Low. This one here has this remote that's in my pocket. Low. Oh, it goes to high first and then goes to interesting. Then 3 of them here plus the Casablanca and the brake area are on this variable speed control. So you can see that's the 2 SMCs and the CEC. And also this Casablanca and the cubicle and break room area. This is the only one that I left up that somebody else put up here. Just thought it was too cool to take down. It's a rare finish too. If a collector ever came and wanted it, I'd swap it for a plain white one or something else, but in the meantime it'll stay there. I think it looks really cool. So, I put longer pull chains on these so we can control them without going on the ladder. Really more for the video than anything else, but certainly doesn't do any harm. And then the only one remaining, let's see if we can even get to it, the one over Neil's desk. I was going to enlist you to help me with my video, but I don't know if you're tall enough. I'm trying to demonstrate all the fans in a video, but I don't know if you can reach these chains. How tall are you? 5'5". That's, yeah, I can barely reach them and I'm 6'2", so probably not. And Neil's probably too busy with other things.
Hey.
Neil sucks.
Now it's on video.
Yeah. I was gonna try to get somebody to help me with my video, but I figured you were too busy.
What do you need?
Just when it comes time, I've got everything on high, and I want to shut everything down. Somebody to shut off the ones on the opposite side of the store.
What do I need to do?
So just medium low off on that pull chain, medium low off on those two pull chains.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But I'm not there yet, anyways.
Okay.
So if you're not busy when I get to that point, I'll recruit you. Actually, it'd be even easier if we got her with a step stool on that one, and then you did these two, and then you wouldn't have to run.
Did you ever want to be in a movie?
Yeah.
Did you
Be YouTube
know
famous.
I was an extra in an Oscar-winning film?
No, I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, you have led a very interesting life, but people don't know that.
When I was young, I was pretty on the bottom of the world.
Were you born in Africa, or were you just grew up there?
Lived there.
Where were you born?
Madison.
Oh, okay.
It's like a German, foreign film called.
But it won an Oscar.
Called Nor in Africa, I think. It takes place in Kenya during World War II.
Yeah, Neil's a very interesting guy. So that's low. You say my name? No, you didn't. I'm not important enough. So let's get back over here. Off, high, medium. Off, high, medium. Off, high, medium. Medium, I grabbed that one first. Medium. It's interesting, these are the same fan. Oh, I forgot to tell the stories. So, these came out of a Century Foods that was being converted to a church. They had a bunch of these, a bunch of silver lines, and a bunch of other similar industrials that Metal Pete now has. Told you about all these. The SMCs I bought online and had them shipped to me, and I spent too much, which is kind of why I put them here, because now, I feel like I got my money's worth, you know? So let's pick a good medium here. So that's going to be those two SMCs and the CEC and the Casablanca, which has been hanging in there. Okay, so let's do this one. Should have done that one next anyways, huh? Yeah, you could ask any collector that's ever visited here and bought stuff. We have such a great crew at this restore. Volunteers and staff. Everybody's really good people. I really like the people that I work with here, even though I would never say that to their faces, especially Neil. Medium. Medium. So this was out for sale for a long time, and then the pull chain broke at some point, and it was stuck on high, so I was like, okay, perfect. Plus I really like these. See if anything cool back here. Not yet. I mean, we're so swamped with stuff, but that's normal. This had been out for sale for a while too, and I was just like, well, screw it. Neil asked for something over his desk, and I thought those two look cool together. So that's the whole story. So that's everything on medium. This one hums pretty bad on medium.
Sometimes I'll route it around like if it's close to the
Looking for some bridges, actually. I haven't had a bridge in a while.
So the mediums are all pretty close. How you doing, sir?
Good, how you doing?
Okay, that one's already on high. Low, off, high. Yeah, so me and Kate are the main ones that work back here, and I'm always hot, so. The reason why there's 6 fans in this small area is me, for more reasons than one. Plus, I think it was a manual that said that the kind of random installations reminded him of a flea market. And I thought that was so spot on and so cool. It made me think of some flea markets from my younger years that I missed. There's one in Georgia I went to as like a young adult, like maybe late teens, early 20s, that
Oh, Dan. Maybe
okay.
We might have to raid like extra parts.
Okay. So those are all working their way up to high. I think they're high. That one looks a little slow for high, but maybe it's just taking its time. That's the one with the non-Minka remote. Let's just try it a couple more times just to make sure. Yeah. It seems slow. Off. Because those all seem faster. High. Yeah, it must be high. Must just be a little slower than its counterpart. Maybe the capacitor's failing. Maybe it's just slower. Okay. High. Okay. Low, off, high. Low, off, high. That's a good find. Bearing noise? High? Couldn't tell, it was making a little noise. Neil disappeared. When he comes back, I'm gonna ask him if he's ever tried changing those bulbs there. I don't know if that's a bulb or a ballast issue, but either way, we should fix it. Okay, that's everything on high. So, here's what I figured we'd do, especially if Neil's not available. Let's do one section at a time, and then we'll do like two races that converge on one, if that makes sense. There's a Casablanca on high. There's Neil, but he's busy. So let's do this section first. And Craig, are you going to be in your office for a while? Yeah, it looks like it. You're playing with money.
Actually, I'm not going to be in there for very long, no.
Okay.
I'm going to probably just make a quick email and then go take over for the cashier.
Okay. Well, when you walk out, do you mind if I turn the lights off? Just because I was going to use the breakers again, and I think the breaker for one of these is your office. Okay, well, that's the easier way to do it then. See? We figured out a way. I just got to remember which breaker it is, because I believe it's Craig's office. I'll tell Grant, because I might accidentally turn off the lights out here too. So when I'm doing my video, I might accidentally turn off the lights out here, so don't fret. What about it?
I don't know if I should bother tackling this or not.
Why not? I mean, these bend right back, right?
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Do we have enough shades?
I don't know.
If not, it's nice enough without them. I don't see any reason not to.
Yeah.
You don't have to scrub it thoroughly, just spray it down. Oh, we can always put the crystals in a bag, with it and say these go with it. Save yourself the time since we have so much crap. So I'm going to wait for Craig to leave his officina. We could do out here in the meantime. I don't think I would use breakers out here because there's too much going on out here. I don't want to disturb them. So let's wait for them to get out of the way. Here, I can move.
Oh no, I don't know where.
Well, Neil can put these pallets back. I'm done with this space.
Okay.
So if that helps.
I'll leave it right here for the company.
Okay. So let's try and get all these in one go. So it's gonna be a little bit off. So I'll do off, 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 switch. Medium low off, medium low off, and then this one will be a little bit late, but everything else will be close at least. Medium low off. If this doesn't work well, I'll try again after hours when I can play with breakers and things and not disturb anybody. But right now, so I'm gonna stand right here so that I can see everything here and there. So I can't see the first Lasco. Casablanca is pretty close to first, but looks like the CEC is going to be first, actually, the big CEC. Big CEC is first, so that's good because we know that one. And then the little CEC is second, so maybe I'll do maybe I'll figure out with those afterwards. Maybe after the store is closed, because I'll see which one actually stops first among those, because that little CEC was. Okay, then that one. Okay, now I can move from here. Then that Lasco, which surprises me. Lascos have notoriously long spin downs. Then looks like that's next. Which is interesting because that's the only one that doesn't have oiled bearings. Then okay, then that. So the fact that it's one of these SMCs actually makes it easy to deal with, because then all I have to deal with is the switch. Those are aluminum blades too, so that's surprising. I know what's going to be the longest in the back section. I don't know what's going to be the shortest. You missed your chance to be a superstar, Neil. Oh, he's busy. He's such a nice guy. Neil's one of those people that's just genuinely a nice person. Neck and neck here. Okay, so it looks like the closest SMC is the longest. Which is interesting. I think that's the noisiest one. It'd be like that sometimes. Hey Neil, have you ever tried changing those light bulbs all over the donation area? I will give you some spare bulbs if you want to try them. Or if you want to force me up on a ladder, I'll do it. You'd much rather do that, huh?
Maybe not this moment.
Okay. Well, while I have the ladder out, maybe I'll do it. It's just, I figure people are annoyed that they have no light back there.
To be honest, I don't really think about it most of the
Yeah, but maybe the guy that sits and does the tedious stuff at the workbench would care.
Probably.
I can't remember his name. He's very old.
George, maybe?
I don't know, but he always sits there and does tedious things.
Well, you know, don't say that.
What?
You probably gets a lot of pleasure out of it.
Oh no, I'm not saying he's doing. I don't mean tedious like in a useless way. It's just very small minutia that somebody has to deal with.
Are you taking all these
I say the same thing about Frederick, and Frederick's invaluable. He probably can't hear me. He's got things on. I gave him a compliment though. Okay, well in the meantime, we'll turn these back up. I'm sure people back here will want them, and I'll worry about them. Worry about the ones on chains later. Okay. Let's see if Craig's still in his officina. Nope, but I'm going to turn the light on so that I'll know when the power's off. There's a little Vornado in here, by the way. Okay. So, let's see here. I think it's these two. Let's see if anything stays on when I do that. Looks like the CEC stayed on. Okay. Let's turn those back on so we can get accurate spin down. Nope. 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 I think that got it. Yep. I've got it. Let's see which one that is. Let's see if I killed Grant's lights. He'll love that. Did I kill your lights, Grant?
half of them?
Half of them. Serves you right.
Always half in the dark.
Okay, so this one did not revert back to high, so let's turn it back to high. And so that we know for the breakers for the fans back here are 7, 8, 9, 10, and night lights. So let's do that again. Give them a chance to get back up to speed. And then we can get an accurate with these 6. Okay, I know what's going to be the longest. It's going to be that one. Okay. Okay. So let's see. From back here, I think I had to get all of them in one shot. For my Instagram picture, I had to kneel down on the floor over here like a creep. See which one stops first. Now guesses? I'm gonna go with the Laguna. But it's kind of neck and neck between the three small ones. Or it could be the design house. They're all... No, looks like maybe the Georgian. And that's also neck and neck. Okay, did we figure it out? Yep, Georgian. And then the Laguna. Then was that a Quorum or who made that? It was that was a name brand. I just can't remember what name brand. Quorum or Regency or one of those. Like not a minuet. It was some name brand. Puffer? Quorum Puffer, maybe? Okay, once this one stops, I can turn everything back on here except for the... Design house is going surprisingly strong. Didn't think those two would be neck and neck. Wow. That really probably does need a new capacitor. We'll wait for it to fail further, because we don't need it to be top notch. If it gets to a point where it doesn't start on low, that's when we'll change it. Okay, design house, I see you with your 6 blades. And I'm going to turn everything back on because remember, this one did not power back up with the remote the way everything else did. So now we need to do a neck and neck between that one and the SMCs, and between the Georgian and the CECs. But we really kind of need to do these CECs. Okay. I've got an easy task for you, Neil.
Yes, Dave.
Just hit the fan. You know that switch that turns a lot of the fans off?
Yeah.
Just I'm gonna count to 3 and then hit that switch. Even Catherine could do it because it's not that tall. Whenever you're ready, tell me when. Wait, I did the wrong speed. Let me know when you're over there. Okay, so not the dial, just the switch, right? Okay, let me get this one up to speed.
Now?
1, 2, 3, off. So, I need to see which stops first, that one or the one over your desk. You want to bet, Catherine? Okay. We can put money on it, like a quarter or something. I don't bet for real bet. We could bet here. I will bet you this fine paint roller. Are you sure? I don't know how you ever lived without one. But there's so many things you can use it. A back scratcher, a paint roller. No one wants to bet, huh? I'm gonna go with I'm gonna hope this one stops first because it's gonna be much easier to compete that one with the Georgian than the two fans on the farthest possible ends of the back. Would be such a nightmare. There's no way I can even see them at the same time. That would be a complete pain to do for the video.
Is that a song?
He hasn't asked the tower.
Oh, come on. It's the small one. And I don't even know what breaker that's on. So that one's... This is cool. Early American lamp. Is it actually what's in there?
I didn't check.
Yes. I mean, how often? We should have took bets on that. It's never what's in the box. Like, it's never...
When I moved the box, it sounded like glass.
Wow. Shouldn't have bet you on that one. Okay, so... Now we need to do... Is that Grant? What's he doing back here? In the grown folks area.
Every now and again.
He sneaks back here. That no good Grant.
That's perfectly good.
We'll turn these back on. We're done with these. So they can enjoy a nice cool breeze.
We're gonna get these side ones off. Where that's at.
Okay, so the next one is this SMC versus...
Big guy?
So somehow I need to find a way to do that CEC, and that's still going. Can you believe it? Versus that CEC versus that CEC in terms of stopping first. Maybe I'll get Grant in on it. What you got that for?
I'll haul that light up front.
It's big enough for the floor, huh?
No, it's just get it out there. I
Okay.
feel like carrying it.
Well, she's pretty. Okay, so I already know the answer to this one, but let's do it anyways. This versus that SMC. I already know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be, I mean, there's no way anything can top. That one was still going when I went back there. But so after I stop filming, I'm gonna try changing those lights over there for Neil. I'm not gonna bother asking anyone else for help here. We're close enough. So they got work to do. So we'll do off